Welcome to the show. I've been looking forward to this visit for a long time, and it's with the amazing Betty Thrasher, who came all the way up from Temple, Texas. Her beautiful daughter-in-law, Patty, brought her. And
Mhm.
so we are here and able to visit about your amazing career as an entrepreneur, as a dress shop owner extraordinaire. I mean, your the Rosebud in Temple is the stuff legends are made of. The fashion shows that you put on over the years. And it is just a delight to have you up here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Well, this is fun to have you up here on the 21st floor of the Alico building. We were chatting just minutes ago that, you had friends that were here, that worked here in this building
Mhm.
over the
I
years.
did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so tell me about your background, first of all. Where did you grow up?
Well, oh, that's my favorite subject. I grew up in a little town, Rosebud, Texas,
Okay.
and very small, population under 2,000. And it was a wonderful town filled with people from all walks of life, all kinds of businesses. You wouldn't believe what this little town had to offer, but a lot.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, one day I listed all the businesses and I thought I would never get through. There were so many. And wonderful people. And the children in this town belonged to everybody. So you had to really watch where you went and what you did. And that was real hard for me.
That's how small towns are, though.
Well, I'm
Mom and Dad will hear about what you
Oh,
did before you
listen,
even
I
get home.
tried to charge a pack of cigarettes one time where my parents did business and they called my mother. And I never charged another package of anything anywhere. But this is Rosebud.
Yeah.
And you had to answer to everyone. It was
Hmm.
just wonderful. And just when I was 6 years old, I would walk up and down the street and visit all the businesses. And if I didn't show up, they came to find out where I was.
Yeah.
And this was an education in itself because we had so many exciting businesses in this little town.
What was your favorite?
Well, I liked the City Cafe, of course. And I was very, very young, and the owner would ask me if I would get up on the counter and tap dance for the visitors who came from out of town. And I did. What else? You do
Okay.
whatever they
Yeah.
ask you to
You
do.
were like the town Shirley Temple.
Oh, it was kind of like it was Shirley Temple days for sure, let
Yeah.
me tell you. But yeah, and I was up and down Main Street a lot, and there weren't many other children that had that kind of exciting opportunity. To me, it was very exciting
Hmm.
because I lived in businesses. And so you grow up kind of fast and you learn a lot. So I love the town. And the most amazing thing to me, Anne, is how many wonderful young people left that town and went out into the world and did fabulous
Hmm.
things. You just wouldn't believe how big.
Some pretty famous
Yeah.
names.
I wrote a book and I listed these some of these people.
I happen to have it with me.
Oh, hallelujah!
Look at
Thank
this.
you.
Rosebud Roses.
Yeah, I love the book, and it's
Yeah.
about Rosebud everywhere I went because
Hmm.
everywhere I went was Rosebud. It went with me. But anyway, it was just a great growing up, and I wouldn't take $1 million for it.
Yeah.
And I worked in the store until I decided that the parents were not paying me enough. They paid the clerks more than they paid me, and I was doing the work. So I quit my job.
How
At,
old were you then?
oh, 16.
Okay. Wow.
And
That probably shocked them.
well, yeah, they decided I was not my own boss and I would not be quitting, but I did. I won the argument and I went to work at the tomato shed. We had railroad, that ran through
Hmm.
Rosebud,
Right through
Texas,
Rosebud.
and we grew great tomatoes in this red sandy land. They were delicious, Cedar Spring tomatoes.
Hmm. Yeah.
And so I got this job weighing the tomatoes in off the farmers' trucks. And my mother said, "You cannot work there." And I said, "But I have to work there. They're paying quite a bit of money, and I'm fixing to go to college, and I need the money."
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "The only way you can work there is if your brother works there." So he came down to work. He was 3 years younger, and he weighed the culls out, the tomatoes that didn't get accepted,
Mm-hmm.
and I weighed the whole big bunch in. And then they had packers there that packed those tomatoes and loaded them on the cars and shipped them out. That's it.
So then you went to college. Tell me
I
about
went to
college.
college. I went to the University of Texas,
Okay.
and it's still very, very much a part of me. And I didn't stay. I got there and went through the rush and all, but this was not for me.
For sororities.
Sororities were just
Yeah.
not for me. I
Yeah.
was more of a campus person.
Mm-hmm.
I liked to say what I thought and do what I wanted to do, and I was a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't pledge a sorority. But I loved the time I was there. But I had a friend who was one of the football coaches, and he and his wife wanted me to come and live with them. And I said, "Oh, Lord, I'm leaving home. I don't want to come live with somebody. No, I won't do it." So I lived in a wonderful house with 31 girls,
Mm-hmm.
and it was right in front of the fountain, the place where everybody went. It was just wonderful. I loved the time I was there. But then I met Bob Thrasher.
Okay. Stole your
And
heart.
yeah, and I thought, this is more important.
Yeah.
And I don't want an education. I'm going to work in a store. I'm going to have my own store someday.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they can teach me any more than I've already learned in this little bitty town,
Yeah. You already had an education.
which was wrong, but I thought I was pretty smart.
Yeah. Well, so,
And so anyway,
sometimes you learn on the job too.
I
Yeah.
did not stay and get a degree. There
Yeah.
were 3 children in my family. The other 2 got college degrees, and I broke my parents' heart because I didn't get one, but I've never regretted it.
What were they wanting you to do?
I don't know what they wanted me to do, but it really was up to me what I did.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
was going to do was my
Because I was
choice.
always told you need to get a teacher's certificate so you'll have
No,
something to fall back on.
no, I
And
could
I was
teach.
always like, no,
No, and
I
that's
would not be a good teacher.
oh, that's another thing. That little town had the grandest teachers in the
Mm-hmm.
whole world.
Yeah.
If you graduated from Rosebud High School, let me tell you, lady, you had a very good education in everything, not just books.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. That's good. So, you married,
Hmm.
and when did you get the urge to have your own business, or that it
Well,
would be a
I
fashion
had the
store?
urge early in life,
Uh-huh.
but I knew I didn't want the kind of store I grew up in. I grew up in a general country department store,
Right.
but I wanted something more fabulous. I had different ideas about what I wanted to do. And so, anyway, well, I forgot where I was. I lost my train
Well,
of
so
thought.
where were you living? Put it that way.
Well,
Had you always been in the Temple area? Your
no,
married life?
no. Bob and I moved to Gatesville to open the Bob Thrasher Pontiac dealership.
Oh.
And we that was a good move. We met a lot of people. It was a great little town. But I need to back up because our marriage is important. 3 days before the wedding, our church burned to the ground. Bob Thrasher was a volunteer fireman, and when the alarm went off, he was the first one to get to the station, so he drove the fire truck to the fire.
Oh,
Oh, it was just awful.
that is horrible.
Awful. It was horrible. But anyway,
You probably already had the flowers ordered and everything.
oh, honey, we had everything. Yes,
Yeah.
3 days before, we were ready to go.
Oh gosh.
And this happened, but we made the most of it. And we lived in Gatesville for 40 years.
Okay.
And during that time, I worked with a division of Dart Industries with skincare for 40 years, and I loved what I did there. And I was in charge of lots of women, so I did a lot of traveling across Texas. And then I thought, this is not what I want to do. I want to get in a store, and I
Yeah.
want it to be mine, and I want it to be fabulous. So at age 50, I opened the Rosebud in Gatesville, Texas.
Okay.
And immediately I had so many customers from Waco and
Mhm.
Temple. And everybody was Temple people were saying, you got to come to Temple, got to come to Temple.
Yeah.
I don't even know Temple. I shop in Waco. And I always did. We shopped in Waco.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had a friend whose husband was a doctor, and she wanted something to do because she was a little bored staying at home. So I gave her a job. And one day she said, we're going to Temple and we're going to find a location because we're going to open a store there. I said, who is we? I'm not opening a store. And she said, oh, yeah, you are. So we go to Temple, we ride around and we look at all the locations, and we discover this beautiful new building. And would you believe the owner was from Rosebud, Texas?
That's God.
Yeah, Albert Aldridge,
Yeah.
and graduated from Rosebud High School. Now, this was important. So we decided that's where I would have my store.
Mhm.
And I thought, well, I've got this store in Gatesville. I can't be two places at once.
Yeah.
To me, if you're going to have a business, you need to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed a partner. And I asked my brother, Tom Tapman, who was my very best friend. He said, Betty, I'm fixing to, get out of the Air Force. And he was a Top Gun fighter pilot.
Wow.
And I don't think I can do this. But why don't you talk to my wife? And so I did. And for 10 years, Charlene Tapman was my partner.
Mm-hmm.
And then we parted ways, and I kept the store, and she went on. She was a person that entertained beautifully, and that was her thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a really good job of that, and that worked real well with the Rosebud because
Oh,
we did
yeah.
a lot of entertaining.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
We had, all kinds of fun functions.
Mm-hmm.
We had lots of trunk shows.
Trunk shows. Yeah.
And we served lunch and champagne. And we always did it upright, made it a real occasion. So that's how the Rosebud and Temple got started.
Yeah. Yeah. What year? When was that?
Well, it started in 1981.
Okay. And it was always in that building. You never
Mhm.
moved. You
Never
moved.
moved,
Always
no.
in the what that I remember.
Right. Hmm.
Well, so yeah, that's I remember that very well because of both of my mothers of the groom dresses
Hmm.
you dressed me in.
Oh, I could
And
tell you, oh, you wouldn't believe some of the people I dressed.
yeah.
I can't believe it myself. I think about this and I think, how in the world could that happen to me? Oh, that's just unreal. But anyway, the Rosebud became very well known.
Oh yeah.
And what we really did a lot of, though, we didn't just work and sell clothes. We made friends, and we did a lot of fundraisers for people who needed help. And some of them for right here in Waco. We did a Hillcrest
Oh yeah.
and Historic Waco, and I don't know what all, but I remember those
Yeah.
two.
Providence always had a big style show.
I didn't do Providence.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was born at Providence Hospital, and they never did ask me
They
to
didn't
do a
ask
show.
you to do something.
No.
That's crazy. Well, so much more I want to talk to Betty Thrasher about her business and about fashion and more about her book, Rosebud Roses. So we will come back, but we're going to take this quick break. I want to tell you today's show is brought to you by Gather & Co. Kitchens and Bath, where they are transforming houses into homes. Stay with us.
At Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat, we're proud to be your premier destination in Waco for exceptional automotive service. Whether you're searching for a new vehicle, a quality pre-owned car, or dependable service and parts, our team is here to take care of you every step of the way. Visit Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Waco, where great deals, friendly service, and your next ride are waiting. Come by, let's be friends.
Christmas at the Silos is Magnolia's annual Christmas experience that you do not want to miss. The silo grounds are transformed for the holidays. Guests can take photos with Santa and shop their holiday collection. By the way, tickets are not required to visit the grounds during operating hours, and there are free events like Photos with Santa, live music performances, gingerbread houses, and a Christmas book mini library. You can also step into a winter wonderland since the Mayborn Museum's beloved Christmas lights in the village have returned. Stroll through a glowing 1890s village where twinkling lights, joyful carols, and festive activities bring the spirit of the season to life. There will be a nightly tree lighting with carols. Stop by Santa's workshop for card making, take a ride on the Christmas train, make friends at the petting zoo, and just admire all of the lights with Mayborn Museum this holiday season. I'm Elizabeth Riley with Act Locally Waco, and I will see you next time.
A big thank you to our sponsor, Fox & Co. Bakery. Check them out for delicious baked goods and your catering needs.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, your bank for life.
It's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Hey Waco, meet your new favorite email. It's called the Waco Buzz, the local newsletter that skips crime and chaos and gets straight to the good stuff. New restaurants, hidden gems, weekend events, and stories that make you proud to call Waco home. It's quick, free, and written by people who love Waco as much as you do. Join thousands of neighbors who already start their mornings with the Waco Buzz at thewacobuzz.com.
And we're back with Betty Thrasher, who is here from her home in Temple, came to visit to talk about the old days of the Rosebud, which was a beautiful store, ladies' store in Temple, just my favorite place to go and to be a part of. And when they would ask me to be a part of a style show, and I knew that Betty was doing the clothes. Well, I mean, it was awesome. It was perfect.
Oh, you were fabulous.
I don't know about that. I tried to not fall. That was always the thing. If I could get on the runway and off without falling, it was a win.
I never worried about you because you were perfectly gorgeous, and we loved
And
having
I still
you.
have garments that
Oh,
I
of
bought
course
from
you
you
do.
from.
Well, if you bought it at the Rosebud, it'll
Yeah.
never go out of style.
Yeah.
You'll wear it all your life. And I'm wearing things I had 20 years ago, and they're wearing thin. And if I had to replace them, I would want exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Well, so, I think of somebody like Grace Jones.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that because it was the same type thing. I mean, she was an icon there in Salado and dressed, the
Okay.
doctors' wives and all that kind of
Right.
thing.
Now, Grace and I were friends, but not close friends, just casual friends. But our businesses were extremely different. She did very intense fashion labels.
Ah.
And she really was kind of choosy about her customers. But
Well,
she,
I never shopped in the store. I
Yeah.
just know of it.
well, it was a lovely store.
That tells you a lot, right?
And she,
Oh, I know. It's
Oh.
iconic. Yeah.
she brought haute couture to
Yeah, to
Central
Salado,
Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
To Central Texas.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
And the Rosebud was a store for all people,
Mhm.
all ages, and all sizes,
Yeah.
and I don't know, all, I guess, choices for their clothing. A
Mhm.
lot of people wanted to dress more casually, and a lot of people wanted to dress up more luxuriously, and we could handle all of
You
them.
could do it all.
And the thing at the Rosebud was, if you came there, you were not going to be told you were beautiful in something that you weren't. We did not tell you that you
No.
were gorgeous if you were not.
Mm.
And you got the truth from us. And if we didn't make the sale, that's okay. We'll try next time. But we had fabulous customers from all over, everywhere. Very important people. And to me, everybody that shopped at the Rosebud was important.
Important, sure.
And it didn't matter who they were, where they came from, what the need was. We handled them all the same.
Mhm.
And we entertained with a lot of trunk shows, with luncheons.
Now, did you have favorite suppliers that you had?
Well, yes, because I handle clothes from all over the world.
Mhm.
Like our cashmeres were from Scotland, and our rainwear was from London, England. Burberry, you know about
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
And Germany had some fabulous clothes, and we loved to buy from them because they were nice to work with. And we had Italian silks and beautiful cashmere lined leather gloves, Bally bags from Switzerland.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
We had everything.
Beautiful. Yeah, and again, classics. So, you
Well,
know, if you invested in something, you were going to have
Absolutely.
forever.
And Patty was my main sidekick at market. And when we got there,
Yeah, because I want to hear about market experiences.
Oh.
What was that like?
it was fabulous, and we were highly respected at market. And I don't know. I think back on it, and I think it was so much fun. And the people would say, "Oh, the Rosebud! We can't wait to get in your store." And everybody wanted to get into the Rosebud,
Mm-hmm.
but that was just kind of a shock to me because I didn't really know we were that special. But I found out we really were.
Mm-hmm.
But Patty was there, and we went to many different showrooms, and we split up and went places to look and see if there was something we thought we would like to have. We looked for the unusual and the special, but quality was first on the
Oh, yeah.
agenda. Everything had to be quality. And we had beautiful accessories. Everything that we bought had the accessory to go with it. The hats. We didn't do footwear,
Right.
but we did
But jewelry,
Yeah.
you know, beautiful,
fabulous,
beautiful jewelry.
fabulous
yeah.
jewelry and hats and gloves and handbags. And then we would tell them what kind of shoes to go buy to go
Sure.
with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. And the main thing was Patty was so beautiful. Everybody wanted to look at her. And so I got a
Well,
big
she always modeled in the shows,
Yeah.
and that's how I really got to know
She
all of you.
did, and
was
you
to
did
know Patty.
too.
Yeah.
And you know, we have a little booklet that they came out with, and you and Patty are both in it twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you had to be special for them to.
Wow.
I didn't have anything to do with selection. It was done
I'm
by
honored. I'm really.
Yeah, I'll have to show you the little
I would
book.
like to see that. Well, so I want to talk a little bit more about your book, Rosebud Roses. When did you decide you needed to write a
I
memoir?
always felt like I needed to write down an account of the years in Rosebud, Texas. That was my main thing.
Right.
And the people that came out of that town.
Kind of a love letter to
Oh, man.
Rosebud.
Hmm. They were fabulous.
Right. I know.
But
I know.
I guess that that was the main reason I wanted to write the book, was about the store. And I mean the town, and it evolved into a store. And when we did our big fashion show fundraiser for Scott and White every year, every October, we had maybe 40 to 50 models, and none of the models were paid. We just invited them, and they accepted and came and let us dress them. And it was understood that they couldn't tell us what they were going to wear. We were definitely in charge of that ourselves, and we put together a first class, fabulous show. And we had 100 local men, business and professional men, who wore their black tuxedos and served champagne. And we introduced them on the runway, and this was a highlight of the show. Everybody loved
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And everybody had their cheering section, you know. But the clothes were fabulous because they were from all over the world. They're just gorgeous things. I can't even begin to think of all the labels that we carried, because if it was fabulous and new, we had it at the Rosebud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We
No,
had it.
no question. No question. Wonderful people, though, are featured in your book. And I have this one tagged because we talked about it. And I got a copy of the book and gave it to her. Brown
Oh,
here in Waco. She's gone on to be with the Lord, but
let me. I love
you
Margaret Brown.
entitled her chapter "The Hot Pink Dress."
And she drove up in a red Cadillac. And sometimes Spencer would come over from the bank and
Yeah.
sit on the couch and, look at what she was trying to think about buying.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one stipulation: she couldn't wear black.
Right.
And Spencer said,
never saw her in black.
she cannot wear black, Betty. Do not even put anything black on Margaret. She cannot wear black. Okay. So she loved bright colors. And we had many things specially made for her.
Really?
And when they had their 100-year celebration at Ridgewood, I say this and people just think I'm crazy. She had the walls at Ridgewood draped in white silk. I'm not kidding you. Did you go to that?
No.
Oh, it was fantastic. And here is this beautiful lady, and she wore a strapless ball gown from the Rosebud, and she wore a crystal tiara, and she looked, I said, listen, Queen Elizabeth never looked like this.
I know.
She was gorgeous. That skin was so beautiful. And she was so beautiful. And she did so much for the young women of Waco.
Oh, no question about that.
Yeah.
No question about that. We all looked up to
And
her, and
she really
yeah.
liked my little daughter-in-law, too.
I'll bet. Yeah, she. You say that she and her husband Spencer were known for their elegant parties, and you tell the story. One day, a customer came into the Rosebud and wanted the very same dress in the identical color. And you say, I tactfully explained that I lived in the same town. I could not sell that dress to her. I explained that the two women lived in the same town, and it was store policy to protect such purchase.
And the woman was going to have that dress if hell froze over. And I said, ma'am, you are not going to own that dress. So I will be happy to show you some wonderful things that I think are right for you.
Yeah.
But Margaret Brown's dress is for her. And so she did let me show her some things, and she did buy something, and she was related to Margaret.
Oh, that made it even
It was,
creepier.
I couldn't get over it. But she didn't get that dress.
Well, you had wonderful years of interacting with so many customers, hearing their stories, their joys, and their struggles.
Yes, absolutely. You hear good things and you hear some sad things. And we had lots of customers that liked to come to see us, and we had to listen to their problems, and we did.
You were kind of counselors.
Yeah,
too.
we were.
Yeah. So there's so many aspects, though, to running a business like this, a dress shop. The attention to detail, as you say, creativity, reading people to kind of help them, steer them in the right direction when it comes to a garment
That's
purchase.
important. And I don't know, I think that my bringing up prepared me for this, because in town, we were taught to think and to learn. And it was a good growing up, a great growing up. And it was very, very important to my future.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no question. Um, so, do you see any other writing projects maybe? What are you thinking ahead? One thing we have not talked about is your age. One never asks
Oh,
a lady their age.
listen, I'm excited to talk about my age. Oh, I had my 96th birthday last October. And I said, Lord, I don't know what I'm doing here. Nobody in our family's lived this long. And then I thought, that's that's not good. My cousin was 100 when she died, and her mother was 95, and her mother was my mother's twin.
Okay.
And my mother we lost at age 73.
Oh,
And that made me
that's very
really,
young.
yeah. And I just thought, I just don't know. I don't understand why I'm still here. But maybe you're still wanting me to give everybody instructions. And I am really good at this.
I heard a little bird told me when we were kind of setting this interview up. I said, "Well, so how is Betty doing?" Well, she is still running things in Temple, Texas.
Yes. Well, I mean, my mother was like that. And I just patterned myself after my mother, and we always called her Big Mom.
Oh, I love
And
it.
we listened to what she was saying because we really didn't have a choice.
Hmm.
She made it known that we would listen to what she said.
Well, so what advice would you give to someone who's maybe thinking about setting up a business? I mean, it's the business climate is so different now with online shopping and all that kind of thing. But still, you don't know what kind of quality you're going to get. You don't know how it's going to fit. I mean,
Well,
it's different to not have that experience of a rosebud
if
anymore.
you look around us today, people are not too concerned about what they wear or how they look. And this is very disappointing to me because I think that's one of the reasons we're having some problems in our country
Yeah.
is because now my son, Dr. Mike Thrasher, would say, "Oh, Mom, please don't say that." But I really believe this.
Yeah.
If you look good, you feel good. And if you feel good, you act
You
good.
behave.
That's the
I think you're
problem.
right. I mean, when the transportation secretary had to come out and tell people, don't wear pajamas to get on an
Absolutely.
airplane.
Yes. When you have to tell people this, it's serious business.
I know, it's almost ludicrous though.
But I worked with the Miss America program for 10 years,
Did
and
you?
I took girls to the Miss Texas pageant.
Okay.
And the first one I took, I learned a lot. And I came home and started a little school for girls,
Hmm.
teaching them just general manners and how to dress
Hmm.
and groom themselves. And one of them, who today is a partner in one of the most prominent business law businesses in Houston, said to me, "Mrs. Thrasher, could we meet on Saturdays and do some, maybe just hairstyles or something?" And I said, "Janet, I think we could. Bring a sack lunch. We'll meet you there." And the school superintendent let us use his homemaking department to
Yep.
meet. So we started grooming girls. And I had one girl, I took 10 girls to the Miss Texas pageant. And of course, you don't have 10 winners when you have 10 people, but they're all winners to start.
Hmm.
But one of them won the talent award, singing Nancy Sinatra's "These Boots Were Made for
Oh, yeah, for
Walking."
walking. Oh, yeah.
And everybody in the whole country knew Sue Yo's
Yeah.
after that. And we had another one that was a fabulous dancer. And, we just had some wonderful experiences
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And the year that Mary Ann placed first runner up and should have won the talent, or not the talent, but the whole title,
Hmm.
and everybody there thought so. And I don't know, that year I didn't feel good about people who were running the program. And I just didn't feel like I could do that anymore.
Mhm.
So I came home and told my
Kind of
people,
the game was rigged a little bit.
yeah, I want out because
Yeah.
it's not real.
Yeah.
It's not real. And I'm not going to go into detail, but I didn't feel good about it.
Sure. Well, but what you did with having the deportment classes
Mhm.
and for young ladies to learn how to carry themselves and how to dress
Oh,
properly and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I have a good friend. In fact, she's a regular on this show, Sarah Ainsworth,
Oh,
who has, if you know Sarah,
uh-huh.
she teaches etiquette and she'll go into businesses who will ask her to come in and do like a class session for the female employees who don't
Absolutely.
seem to understand, a cocktail
Well,
dress is not
I had
proper for work.
I had bankers to ask me to come to their bank and talk to their employees, and I couldn't believe I had to tell people they couldn't chew gum. I couldn't believe that I had to tell someone
Right, that they didn't
you're working with the
know.
public and you cannot chew gum. But
Yeah.
there are people that don't know that.
Well, of course, I love when you would MC the style shows. Always had just it was always going to be fun. Yeah, didn't know what Betty might say, but it was always so
Well,
much
Betty didn't
fun.
know what she was going to say either because I didn't use a script. I had to just say what I thought from the heart.
But it was great.
I loved it.
We just had so many fun times together, and this has been a delight for me to get to visit with you like this. I like to end these little sessions with a questionnaire similar to the one the late great James Lipton would use on Inside the Actor's Studio, if you remember that.
No.
Well, anyway, he would ask, this is kind of my take on his questions. Betty, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word. Love.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard that. What is your least favorite word?
Hate.
Okay, there we go. All right, so what turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
I'm very emotional.
I
You
can
can
see that.
tell.
I didn't mean to Barbara Walters you.
Very
It's
emotional.
quick. That's
Because
okay.
I believe in how I believe so strongly
Yeah.
that I can't calm it down. It's just not possible to do that.
That's okay.
And I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question.
The things that would just kind of get you excited about
Well,
what you were doing or
I'll tell you
whatever.
what gets me excited is that if you have to love people,
Yeah,
number one. If you don't like people, forget it.
right.
Go do something else.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know what that would be. But people, oh,
Yeah.
way up here.
Yeah, yeah. So, what turns you off creatively or spiritually or emotionally?
Well, of course, I'm a very political person. You don't want to get me
Okay,
started.
we try to stay.
Yeah, I won't get started with that. But I think that you've got to think positive and you got to believe in people and you got to believe in what you believe in.
Yeah,
And what you believe in is up to you.
yeah,
But if you grew up in a town like I did, you have a great foundation. And I think that carries you through
sure.
when you have a good, strong foundation. Because today, at my age, I'm so grateful to the Lord because I have a good brain. I think I do.
You're amazing.
I,
You are amazing.
I have a good memory.
Yeah,
And I have
absolutely.
wonderful things to remember.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm healthy.
Yeah.
So what more can you ask?
Absolutely. What is your favorite sound?
Favorite stone?
Sound.
Oh, sound? Oh, my favorite sound, mercy. Good music.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that from a lot of folks. What is your least favorite sound?
Anger.
Okay.
That really gets me.
Yeah, right, right. So you've done a lot of different things, really, in your life. But was there a job or something, a profession or something you thought you might want to try or might might would have liked to have done?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so. I always knew what I wanted to
Yeah,
do.
sounds like it. Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
So is there a job you don't want to do that? No, thanks.
No, I guess I would do any job that I had. It came my way, I would do it. It wouldn't be my favorite thing,
Yeah.
but I guess I would do
Okay.
it.
Well, good, good. That's that work ethic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sadly lacking in
Yeah.
day and age. One last question. When you arrive at the pearly gates, what do you want to hear the Lord say to you, Betty?
I
I'm
don't
I'm
know.
getting you.
Oh, now, and that is a real hard question. But I hope he says, "I'm glad to see you."
That's right. Amen. Amen. Well, I am awfully glad that I got to see you today. I thank you so much for coming and
I
visiting with
loved
me.
it.
I just have loved talking to you and to pull your book out again and take another look at it. Betty Thrasher, Rosebud Roses. I guess you can still get it on Amazon.
I've had some people call me recently and want to know where they could get it,
Okay. well,
and I'm
good.
shocked.
All right. Well, that's good. There
Shocked.
you go. There you go. It's delightful, as are you. And thank you so much.
Thank
being
you
with
for
us.
having me, Ann. You're so special to me.
The feeling is mutual, and you're going to get me choked up. Stay with us.
Oh.
There's more of the show ahead.
Serving Central Texas since 1889, TFNB Your Bank for Life takes pride in being more than a bank. At TFNB, we remain committed to these principles. If you value them too, come join us. TFNB, Your Bank for Life.
So it's football season, and we can create your outdoor tailgating spaces that is actually a part of your home. Bifold doors that tie in the inside and the outside, and you can gain anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 square feet living space, all while taking in the big game, poolside. Call us at Gather & Co. Kitchen and Bath, where we can create your unique tailgating space.
Send money abroad in just a few steps with Remitly. Sign up with your email, enter an amount, choose how your loved ones receive the money, enter your recipient's information, select a payment method, hit send, and relax. Download the Remitly app today.
It doesn't matter if your investment budget is small or big. All you need is Benzinga Pro and its powerful news alerts, price tracking, and portfolio monitoring.
Ds and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your tastes. Mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com.
At Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat, we're proud to be your premier destination in Waco for exceptional automotive service. Whether you're searching for a new vehicle, a quality pre-owned car, or dependable service and parts, our team is here to take care of you every step of the way. Visit Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Waco, where great deals, friendly service, and your next ride are waiting. Come by, let's be friends.
A journey into new thoughts, new cultures, new adventures. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Babbel now. Go to babbel.com or download the app.
Welcome back to the show. I am delighted to have Dr. Charles Stern here with us. He is a retired family physician. He's a poet. He's a jazz musician, trumpet player, and now a children's book author.
Yep.
So happy to have you here today.
So
His
glad to
new
be
book
here.
is called A Call From The Bue. It's inspired by the real life 52 blue whale, and it tells a gentle story about being different
Absolutely.
and feeling unheard and discovering that your voice matters. All really important topics
Very much so.
for young people. All right, so I've had Preston Kirk on as a poet, talking about poetry and talking about the poetry group that you're a part of, and you told us a little bit about this. So
Exactly.
I said, I've got Dr. Stern coming on.
Yes.
So you how often do you meet with the other?
We meet, it's called Poetry Shared Interest Group. We meet once a month, and everybody a topic to write on. And it just happened to be that this particular month, several months ago, Preston Kirk encouraged us to write about 52 Blue, which is a real life whale that scientists have been following from decades. They followed it from Alaska to California. And what's unique about this whale is that its call is at 52 hertz. Most blue whales' call is around 19 to 30 hertz. So as they followed this whale during its migration, they haven't really heard any whales respond. So then they called 52 Blue the loneliest whale, and they actually have a foundation called lonelywhale.org, the loneliest whale. At one time, they thought they might have heard another whale respond. So anyway, but it's an unusual situation. They've never seen this whale. They don't know whether it's a blue whale or a mix of a blue and fin whale, which are different, kind of a hybrid species.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of the onus.
So this is a real thing.
Yeah, it's a
This
real
a
thing.
real thing, and because the call, the sound makes it so high pitched, it's just not something. So when you began writing the poem, what made you think about something that could then become a children's book?
So I sat at home a couple of days and I started thinking about my grandchildren. And I thought, most children at some point in their life feel a little insecure. They might feel a little bit out of place. But our children are our most valuable resource. And we need to respect and kind of love Fred Rogers and Mr. Rogers' message, and I figured, how can I translate this into a positive message? So I wrote the initial part of the book about the whale, the story of the whale, and kind of feeling lonely. And then when I took it back to the group, they encouraged me to expand it into a message for children.
Yeah, so you'd crafted a poem.
Yes.
Right. And you speak obviously to loneliness and uniqueness. What do you hope that children take away from the book?
I think a lot of it is realizing that their unique qualities are their best gifts, and that not just that they see themselves and gain confidence in who they are, but also the other message in the book is kind of giving permission or opening the door for other children to recognize their peers and accept them as they are. I think too often in our society we're quick to judge or label people, and I'm hoping that this book helps to kind of break down that kind of barrier to what's more important in life, and that is relationships.
Yeah. Well, you're many years as a family physician. I know
yes.
you spent a good deal of your time listening to
Absolutely.
what your patients were telling you about what they were feeling.
Definitely so. And a lot of it, the way I carried myself as a family physician, I kind of lived up to what Sir William Osler is the father of modern medicine. He had a saying that is, a good physician treats the disease that the patient has, but a great physician treats the person that has the disease. Because I realized that no matter what disease a patient may have, everybody has to deal with it differently. And you got to meet them where they are and help guide them through the context of their life with that disease.
Right. And hope they'll take your advice.
Yeah. Well, as I always say, I can't go home and live with you.
That's
my job
I
is
can't
just
make
to
you take that
advise
medicine.
and encourage you, not browbeat you, but encourage you.
So So when did you begin writing poetry? When did you realize that you had a gifting in that area?
So, well, I'll kind of start from the beginning. I wrote a few when I was in medical school,
Did you?
but those were kind of just reactions to emotional stress, I guess. But when my mother was passing away in May of 2023, she, by the way, was a professor at University of Houston, both main campus and downtown, and taught creative writing. She published 36 poems, and in 1987 won the Discovery Prize for the best poem in Houston. And so as I was sitting by her deathbed, literally minutes before she died, I was kind of stroking her head and reassuring her and encouraging her to go be with my dad, who had died 16 weeks before.
Oh, no.
And I felt this kind of spiritual welling within inside me. And these words were just coming to me. And I just thought, I've got to write this down. I looked for pen and paper, couldn't find any. Of course, then I got out my notes and I typed it, and it's titled As I Watch You Lying There. And it was kind of gut-wrenching. I actually read it at her funeral. But then in the fall of 24, after I retired in January of 24, I took a course with Dr. Tom Hanks, who's a wonderful English professor at Baylor, and it was about Mary Oliver, who's a very famous poet of the 20th century and 21st century. Anyway, I became inspired, and then the group said, well, why don't you come and write poetry? And I felt that this was the ultimate way I could honor my mother. And I've been driven ever since, almost to a fault. My wife says sometimes I lose my husband. Believe it or not, in about 13 or 14 months, I've written 54 poems. Yeah.
You are honoring her.
Yes.
I'm
plugging away.
And because she was so accomplished, she taught it, that you would think, oh, I could never measure up. I love that you've just embraced the giftings, obviously, that she passed on to you,
And I'm not, I'm trying to honor her. I'm not, never will be her, but, and I have submitted several to both state and national and international contests. I did win 2 first-place awards through the Poetry Society of Texas, 2 contests, and that was very fortunate. So but to me, it's more about a gift. I just either hear a phrase or a word or see an image, and I'll find myself writing down. A bit was in Glacier National Park, it was in Rocky Mountain National Park, and I'll just see something or a picture, and I'll just start writing.
Really?
Yeah, it just starts flowing out, and it's cathartic. It's a way to kind of break the stress.
Yeah, well, and of course, as a trumpet player, as a jazz musician, have you thought about creating like a song using your poetry and music?
I actually thought about that the other day. It's kind of been a while since I've taken music theory, so I maybe have to have somebody to help me write the music, but I could come up with some lyrics.
That is so exciting. So you've been retired a year, but obviously not slowing down any when it comes to using your creativity and
but you can do it at your own pace. That's good.
Well, and A Call from the Bue, and it is so wonderful to see that. And you can see it's written to where a child could read it.
Yeah, and it's intended for ages 3 to 10, so
right.
A parent can read it to their child. And my oldest granddaughter, who's 7, read the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's in large font, but the pictures are meant to kind of draw. They're kind of in a Pixar style.
Yes, right.
Which kids are attracted to, but it's something that, I think we all remember being read children's books. I remember my mother sitting in a rocking chair reading Goodnight Moon, and that rhythmic squeak of the rocking chair kind of lulling me to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's such a a comforting feeling. And if this can bring parents and children together, I think everybody, every time I took care of a child, I looked at the parent, read to your child every night. Even if it's the same book.
And often they'll want the same book, Green Eggs and
and
Ham.
that's okay.
I think I read Green Eggs and Ham a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I love this. So he sang not just for company, but because his song was his own.
Exactly.
A Call from the Bue. So how can folks get a copy?
They can actually go on Amazon.com and just type in the title in the search box and it will come up.
All right.
It's, and usually people can get it in 2 or 3 days.
Oh, this is great. Again, by Charles H. Stern. The illustrator is Hafsa A.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful book, and one that your kids and grandkids are going to love. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's a delight to have you here with us.
Absolutely.
All right, come back again.
Will do.
Well, in fact, you need to come back, and you need to recite some of your other poems.
I will.
All right, great. All right. Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
BadCreditLoans.com is a pioneering service provider that has carved a reputation in the financial industry. Simple, fast, and reliable loan application process. And its commitment to responsible borrowing makes it a trusted partner in the journey towards financial stability.
This is what $500,000 in a duffel bag looks like. Actually not real. That's because it's actually prop money. It looks realistic from a distance, but up close you can see it says for motion picture purposes. Visit propmoney.com today to get your money seen or money shot right with Prop Money Inc.
Natural Cycles identifies your fertile window by analyzing changes in your temperature. Just measure in the morning, add your temperature into the app, then learn which days you can and cannot get pregnant. It's that easy. Learn more at naturalcycles.com.
It's the Restore Clarity Focus Patch, my little secret weapon for staying sharp, focused, and on task. Each box comes with simple instructions inside, so you always know exactly how to apply it. Each patch lasts for 3 days. I love that I can wear it all day.
This holiday season, let's support Meals on Wheels Waco. From November 28th to December 14th, the Texas Ranger Museum is accepting donations for our senior residents. Visit texasranger.org/Big Texas Drive for the full list of items.
Launched in 2023, ushers in a new era of sapphire ice cooling technology, offering nearly painless hair reduction in just 3 weeks. That's ulike.com. You like.
Boy, you looked effortless.
Man, watch this.
Layups, floaters. He was like an unsolvable equation.
I was born like this.
His resilience, his strength, his belief, adversity never stood a chance.
Know your power.
We offer fast shipping, exceptional customer support, and furniture solutions that stand up to high traffic environment. Elevate your space with BizChair's vast selection of stylish, reliable, and cost-effective furniture. Visit us today at bizchair.com to transform your business.
Experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
BosleyMD.com.
At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.